some football now.
Yep. Hey, now let me ask you a question now. Let's say you a junior in high school. You get a letter from Auburn offering you a full ride on a football scholarship. You commit. And for you staying committed to them, you get 20,000 a month. Now, if you decide to decommit, you got to pay that money back. But think about it. You a junior in high school and you are getting $20,000 a month handed to you. Look, man, that right there, to me, you taking the power from the parents doing that. When you putting that kind of money in it's one thing to do it to the college kids because those kids are practically grown. But now you open up a whole nother can of worms. You taking $20,000 and you putting it in the hands of a junior, someone that just beginning their junior season in high school, junior year in high school, $20,000 a month. They'll be able to pay all the bills in the house. A kid, you let me tell you what you're gonna start seeing now, D-True. If I got that kind of money, man, I ain't living at home. I'm serious, man. I got my own damn look, man.
You all right, pay your own bill.
I'm renting my own. Yeah, I'm definitely buying a car cash. Okay, I got a car cash.
I'm telling you what they're gonna do. Go ahead.
I'm getting my own apartment.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right here. Give a kid that kind of money as a junior, I don't like it. Not even you give it to a man as a senior. I don't like
it. Ain't a damn thing your parents gonna be able to tell you. You got, man. I'm telling you, man. If I'm looking back at me when I was that age. Bro. If I had $20,000 in my damn pocket a month, it would have been a damn thing. My daddy, God rest his soul, it would have been a damn thing he could have told me.
He could. Hey, you know what he told you? You know what he would have told you? I'm gonna tell you what he told you. Get out,
man. And I would have went that. But look, man, I would have got me an apartment downtown somewhere. You better believe it, bro.
Hey, look. You know what? Some parents would tell you, okay, get out. You take go get out, get your own place. Okay, if you need, don't call me for anything.
Man, they gonna call you. They're gonna call you. Mm-hmm. They know you got money. Come on now. This is how it's going.
No. I'm trying to tell the child don't call them.
No, the child ain't gonna have to call. That parent gonna call that child because they know that child getting $20,000 a month.
But still, that
Come
right
on,
there.
Man, they keep it real now. They keep the thing trill now. Salute to you, Angelica, the beautiful Angelica. Let's keep this thing trill.
But hey, I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you why I said that, right? Cause yeah, you get $20,000 a month, you paying your bills and all that stuff. It's gonna be something that going. You know how shit happens. Get what they gonna do? They're gonna call their parent. Hey, this right here. You know how that goes.
I understand what you saying, but think about it now. Your kid getting $20,000 a month, and you working in a factory making damn $15 an hour. You barely living paycheck to paycheck.
But
you gonna see parents their kids' asses. Cause they know their kid is sitting on $20,000 a month. I'm telling you, man.
I'm tell you right here. Hey, that's a parent still kiss the child ass right there. They didn't got that much.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying. But I'm saying it's really gonna shift the power of the household. If your 16-year-old daughter, it ain't just going for boys, football players, basketball players gonna get it. Let's say a girl that's a 5-star basketball player on her team, man. Look, and they getting $20,000 a month. It ain't a damn thing that you can tell them. It ain't nothing that you can tell them. Only thing you can tell them is, look, son or daughter, stay on top of your grades, because all of this can disappear if you do not take care of business in that classroom. That's the only thing. But see, the thing is, it's going to be a clause in their contract where they're going to have to maintain a certain GPA. So that part will be covered, because the whoever the head coach and whoever the athletic director of the school that has recruited them, that they've committed to, they've already stressed that to them. Yeah. The thing is, anything outside of school, you ain't gonna be able to tell. Like if they want to leave out the house at 11 and go see their girlfriend, or if they want to have, let's just say, all right, your son getting down $20,000 a month, and he come to you and he say, look, I want my girlfriend to stay overnight. He'll say, look, I'll take over paying the rent, or I'll take over paying the mortgage, but here's the deal. I want my girlfriend to move in. You
already know. Look, I already know what you would say. You would say, hell no, I would too.
Hey man, let me say something.
But let me say this right here. I know what you would say. You say, hell no. Come on now.
I don't know if I would now. $20,000. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I would say hell no.
You would. I'll put it like this right here. One, you remember back in the days when some of the athletes, they were good at their sport, and somehow passed classes in high school, middle school, whatever, passed classes, even in college. They still didn't know how to read and write. You see what I'm saying? And you know, I know Georgia and Alabama do have where they got a grade requirement for you to stay playing sports already.
Well, I know Alabama, you can get away with that, not knowing how to read and stuff like that. We've heard stories about Alabama. Some folks come out of that school. You can tell the difference between a UGA grad and an Auburn grad versus an Alabama grad, but they can barely speak English when they do it and stuff. Okay, but look, my point is, that ain't gonna fly with a school like Georgia and Auburn. You got to earn them. They gonna make sure you earn them grades before they let you up in schools like Georgia, Auburn, Florida. It's hard at Georgia Tech. It's hard to get up in them schools.
I'm gonna tell you this right here, cause I look at it. You was an athlete and I was an athlete. I played 4 different sports, right? I would say 5, including soccer, 6, including soccer and volleyball, right? Ain't no way nobody doing my doggone homework, because I ain't gonna be the dumb one. Because you know they always say, dumb jocks, right? And some you went to school, some of them that was dumb, but that was some was smart as all outdoors, wasn't it?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. We didn't have no dumb jocks in Lynette, man. Everybody, I can honestly say with a straight face, everybody that was a member of our squad were smart. Everybody, Travis, Jock, all of them, everybody was smart. Because man, it was like it's like this, bro. The teachers back then, they had a way of making sure that you knew the assignments before the day of the test. Okay, you knew they would have you back then, bro. They would have you going to the blackboard to solve problems when they would be explaining the work and everything. When would be giving the class assignments and going over class assignments, man, they would have you. They would call on you Look, if you didn't raise your hand, they will volunteer you to come up to the blackboard and solve a problem, or to come up to the blackboard and recite certain things. Teachers back then, they would go the extra mile to make damn sure that you were learning something in their classroom. These days, the teachers don't. Kids learn more from the internet now than they do in the classroom.
And then don't get back in the day. Teachers lived around us. So if you didn't understand it, you better go to that teacher house. And they were willing to tutor you a little bit to make sure you got it. And we know that there's some people and some students back in the day, wherever they lived at, there's some students that had somebody else do they tests and all that stuff for. Not at my school.
Not at my school. That didn't fly. That didn't fly now. Now you had some situations where people would sit by somebody and they would, look over their shoulder and cheat and stuff like that. But those tests, those exams at the end of the year, they would spread everybody out, and they would have like 3 or 4 teachers walk. They wouldn't have you in no classroom. They would put us in the dang freaking auditorium. There couldn't be nobody behind you. Nobody was behind you. They would have you skipping rows. Nobody was behind you. Nobody was sitting beside you. They would spread you out. It was like, man, it was like back then, you would think it was a pandemic going on. If you looked at how they had us spread it out in the auditorium for our final exams, bro. When you walked into that auditorium to take your damn final exam, bro, that right there, you would have to know you ain't passing it unless you done learned something that year.
I'm tell you what a teacher did. One teacher did, right? The final exam. The final exam. It usually everybody get the same test. It's the same question, like number 1 question, number 2 question, all the same. No, our teacher was smart. Oh, we all had the same questions, but guess what? The question he got might be number 1, but the number one question he got might be.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They will flip the questions around in order. Every question, everybody's test, like you would get asked, like the first 5 questions they ask you would be geography or something like that, and no, they will flip it around for every 1, 2, 3, every 3rd or 4th person, their test was different from yours.
Yeah, because the number 1 question that he or she had might have been the number 10 question for me. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no way you gonna be able to cough off nobody.
Yeah.
So, but that $20,000 to a young player and say you got to pay it back
if he or she decommits.
Yeah, and this is what I would tell my young daughter or young son who possibly want to join this team. Are you sure you want to commit to this school and accept this right here? Because if you do commit and you so have to change your mind, we got to pay that money back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to put that on?
Because man, they telling them like, look, like they have to, like they could put a lien on the house. You know what I'm saying? They could put garnish the parents' wages and stuff like that. Yeah, but the thing about it, 9 times out of 10, when a kid commit, because you had kids commit even before the NIL, they would commit. Very few would decommit.
Yeah,
you didn't have like a large number of kids decommitting like that. You know what I'm saying? So now that you got the NIL. And these kids getting $20,000 a month. $20,000 a month now. Look, man, that kid going out there buying the goddamn, they buying a BMW or a Benz, anything drop top. You know it. Teenager, you getting a drop top.
Yeah. And see, I will see
They
with me.
going shopping. They going shopping. They getting the baddest girlfriend on campus. They getting the baddest girlfriend in the high school.
Yeah. I'm putting it like this right here. I'm put it right here. If that was my son and daughter, I'll teach. That when you got to come in, like you got to manage your money. You see what I'm saying? This is where you got to come in as a parent. As a parent, financially, and try to get them how to manage their money.
I would get them a personal banker. I would get them a personal banker. That's when your parenting skills comes into play. Okay.
Yep.
So if you are a good parent, you're right then and there. You're teaching them. You're taking them down now to Bank of America or Chase or Truist or PNC or the First National Bank, whatever. If you're from a small country town, and you are getting them to open up a checking and a savings account.
Yeah.
All right. And you're also having them to open up a CDL account. Have them, a smart thing to have them on that first hit, that first 20,000 that they give you. I would tell my son or my daughter, I would say, hey, listen, take $10,000, put it in a CDL account, and let it sit for either let that 10,000 sit for 20 years.